What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kiwan, and I am back with Put a Ring on the CheatHab Season 1, Episode 2, X Appeal. Before I start, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video I drop. Make sure y'all like the video so I can stay in the algorithm, okay? Let me say this. Prior to the first video I dropped today, I was 50 away from 1K. Now I'm 52 away from 1K. Obviously, I lost 2 subscribers. It is all good, but we're gonna work up to the 1K. That is the main goal. That is the main deal. Another thing I want to say, which is outside of this review. Okay, happy heavenly birthday to my dad. I actually just looked down at the date on my computer, and today is his birthday. Okay, shout out to him. I will be posting that whenever I get off this daggone computer. Anyway, so this episode was a lot. Joshua is a certified dickhead. Mimi, you are a better woman than I'll ever be. You're a better woman than I'll ever be. But we gonna talk about y'all the women, and a couple of y'all choices of the niggas that y'all been having emotional affairs with, physical affairs, just like these men. Y'all ain't getting off the hook. Okay. Mimi feels embarrassed by the whole situation between Joshua and Jessica. She tells Dominique and Mia, she was like, listen, I hear what y'all saying about me staying, but this bitch just came in talking mad shit. She said about the shit that she said, how her and Josh had just been together. Somebody lying. Jessica lying or Josh is lying, but one of them are lying. So Joshua's raggedy ass is in the car with Jessica. They've been together since 2016. I look down at the screen. They're literally holding hands. They're too damn comfortable with one another, and her hands are touching all over him. Again, too damn comfortable, which means I don't believe for one bit that last year they've been together. I think it was way sooner than that. I really, really do. But then again, it's Joshua. He probably kicked her to the curb and probably got with another hoe. Anyway, Mimi, I feel like, need to let Joshua go. So the ladies tell Mimi to stay in the process, and I just want to say, girl, fuck this process. Your nervous system, your heart, all of those things matter. Your mental health, all of those things matter. And to come back on this show again and to be over on national television again by another man, is probably degrading and is sickening. Like, I just couldn't even do it. Like, I don't understand. So I feel like now, whatever it is you got going on within you, Miss Mimi, you really need to go and work that shit out. Because there is not, looking at you, I don't even understand why you tolerate a lot of shit. But that's just looking at you. And probably on paper, you fit the bill, but baby, on the inside, there is something going on in you, sister girl, that is willing to sit and stand by this raggedy ass nigga. And I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure by the time we get to this season, it's gonna come out. Anyway, Jessica thinks that she's a better fit for Josh. And she was like, well, I feel like I'm a better fit for Josh because Josh told me that he's unhappy with Jessica. He's unhappy with Mimi. Jessica, that's what niggas tell you when they want to get your pussy. Okay? Not only that, they're going to discredit the other woman, their woman, so they can feel better about fucking around with you. That is what they do. If this don't apply, let it fly. So, yes, he's going to tell you every bad thing about her. That is a part of the game. Why? So you can show up as the better woman. So you can position yourself as the better woman, but you'll always position yourself as the better side chick. You'll do everything she's doing, but he'll tell you she's not doing that. And so you'll feel like you're doing everything better. Everything. Girl, you'll find yourself competing with a lie that he has created. Jessica, please go to hell. Because while you're saying that, while all of this is happening, you're telling him you miss him. You're telling him how you feel. Meanwhile, he don't give a shit about you because he's discrediting you. And in his confessional, he said that if he even feels bad, because he claimed he feels bad, because I don't even think he feels the same way about you. And how are you still in love with this man if y'all had not been together? But again, he said that you and him are still currently talking on the phone. So apparently he is leading you on. That's all. Anyway, Josh returned back from the date acting real jovial, and Mimi is pissed, rightfully so. She confronts Joshua and he lies to her. She asks him about, the last time him and Jessica were together. He was like, he lied to Mimi and said that he didn't hear that. And I was like, Joshua, you had the conversation with Jessica in the truck, in the back of the car. You absolutely heard that. But that is what you do to Mimi. You want to confuse her and you want to tire her out just so she won't have to ask you questions. You go over to her, you make nice with her, and you say stupid shit as you did. And then you have these empty apologies. No empathy, because you're gonna always go back to doing something. You're gonna go back to being your regular self. So you're gonna meet another woman. There's always gonna be another woman. Mimi needs to really get some self-esteem about herself. The sad part is Joshua don't see value in you, Mimi, because you don't see value in you, and that's the sad part. He apologized to Mimi. I think I said that, but then he starts to play in her face. So Dr. Stacy returns. She asks the guys how was their date. Travis says that Robin expressed how she felt about him if the door was to be open to her. So he said, he said that he was attracted to Robin. Dr. Stacy asked, what attracted you to Robin? He said the fact that he can be honest with her about being how they can be themselves. They had so many things in common. And the one thing they had in common about how they can show up being themselves in a relationship, how they can be honest in a relationship. He said that he don't have no feelings for her, but they have deep conversation. So Dominique felt the way about that, and Dominique feels the way about that because Dominique has some insecurities going on. Dr. Stacy points out how Dominique doesn't trust Travis because he created that space. And Travis points out how Dominique doesn't trust anybody. And to my thing to Dominique, when it comes to the male species, and you are not trusting of any male species, it will behoove you not to get in any relationship with anybody until you deal and heal with yourself. It makes sense. It makes sense. Anyway, she says that she doesn't trust him because he works a lot And prior to them coming on to the show, she had not talked to him in 2 days. And so Dr. Stacy tells Travis, you can't just disappear like that. You really can't. But that's what some of these raggedy ass people do. And they show up like nothing is wrong with no explanation, leaving the woman, again, nervous system going out of whack. She don't know what's going on. And God forbid that she asks him, because then he's going to get mad, acting like he's being questioned. Why are you in a relationship if you can't be honest? You just said that you had a conversation with Miss Robin, showing up in a relationship, being your authentic self and being honest. So is your authentic self is a person that don't like to communicate all the time, that like to go off the grid? And or is yourself honest? And if you have an honest bone in your body, you should have communicated that to Dominique. Okay. So we get to Jerron. He talks about, how he had a good time with Joy, or whatever that whole name is, but he refuses her advances. And that made Mia feel great. Okay. Josh, then we go down to Josh. They tell Dr. Stacy about the whole Jessica situation. He said that there was no physical intimacy with Jessica, but they were hugging. I think way more happened than that, because the cameras didn't show anything else, in my opinion. And I just feel like Joshua is a prick who do not give a good goddamn. Jerron don't want to go on a date with Joy, or whatever that lady name is. Travis will do a second date with Robin because he felt like he didn't get to have a real conversation with Robin because he spent most of his time talking to Dominique. And so, talking about Dominique. Dominique felt like that was enough time. Dominique, that is your insecurities talking, ma'am. If he wants to go out on another date with Robin, let him. This is a part of the process. You cannot get in the process and then tip your feet out of the process when it's not working for you. That's a problem. Joshua will go on a second date with Jessica. Of course you will, because that's one of your hoes. The way Joshua needs his ass whooped and the way he needs to be studied. Oh my God. He said he wants to explore more with her. Mimi is sitting there bawling. I'm sorry. It is only episode 2, and Josh has worked on my natural ass nerve. Absolutely did. Okay? Which is why the shit is pretty good. The show is actually a little good to me. Anyway, this week the women will go out on a date with the men who they may have physically cheated with or had an emotional affair with. So we get to the first date. Cash is Mimi's date. He's 24. What the fuck are you doing with a child, ma'am? He is 24. He is old enough to be your kid. What do you have in common with this 24-year-old boy? He is the same age as my son. I am 43, ma'am. I will say this. That outfit that Mimi had on in that dress, yeah. Show up, show at, but I disagree with this age gap. What you have with this little boy, no the fuck not. No ma'am. But you ate in that dress. You did, and Josh was Definitely not pleased. He definitely was age shaming because you were jealous. And let's be clear, Josh. Jessica looked young as hell. Jessica gave me a really young 30, late 20s. So, yeah. I mean, and if she's older, she looks really, really great. But her maturity level gave little girl, especially the way she was acting. Anyway, so the women, Mia and Dominique, the way they was looking at Mimi in that dress, they was like this. I love the way those three women rally around each other. I absolutely love that. That is probably my highlight of this entire show. So Mia talks about how fine Cash is, and Jerron feels a way about her comment. Jerron, please get out of our face. Anyway, Mia date is arriving, and she has on this all-into-one see-through. Apparently, she looks amazing. Her body is amazing in it. And then we find out the nigga named Byron, and him and Jerron are friends. And I was like, that's some nasty ass gutter snipe. His friend Mia. You really didn't have to act like Mia on Best Man. Okay? You ain't give up nothing, but you ain't have to go act like the character. Okay? I just want to know if he kissed you on your frontal lobe. That's all. Anyway, he said he talked to Mia a month ago. So apparently she knew that they were friends, but she has never met him in person. But they only talk via social media. So Jerron wanted to know who she was talking to. She showed the messages to Jerron because he asked. And so, yeah, that was it. You know, he was mad about it, but I guess he gotten over it. I don't know. Something tells me about Jerron, he doesn't get over things easily, and he's trying to hide who his real self is. So Dominique date rolled up. And why are you rolling up here with a robe? Even though that is your brand. I get that. But sir, show some decorum. Okay, all you had to say was, listen, I'm such and such. I design robes for such and such and such company. That's all you had to say. Your stupid, ignorant, raggedy, dumbass rolled up there with a robe and some fucking slippers. What the hell you taking her? Because I'm sorry, I just wouldn't even, I wouldn't have went no damn where with you. What was it about him? Because here is the thing. Him and Travis, just seem night and day to me. I mean, now let me say this, personality wise, you got a type. They're the same. But, meh, girl. So Mia and Byron, they go out to listen to some live music. Byron dedicates a song to Mia called Say Less. And she definitely said less because this lady started crying hard as fuck. And I'm looking at her like, why is you crying this damn hard? Like, what did he say? What did he sing? I heard the words, but there was nothing in the words that moved me to tears. Anyway, he was like, I wrote a song and I just wanted to dedicate it to her because I feel like, I was her comfort in her time of need. And I'm like, Byron, shut the fuck up. Okay? So Mimi returned back with Cash, and she invited Cash into the house. And Joshua felt disrespected. Meanwhile, Joshua still age shaming Cash. Cash goes outside, him and Mimi sitting out on the bag talking and having a good little conversation. Joshua comes out there just to try to pick a fight and whatnot. And apparently, if I did not say this, Mimi and Cash used to live together. Girl, I Mimi, I feel like you give me a bit of a pick me, like, especially at your big ass age. I want to see this independence about you, but you just give me really a bit of a pick me, and that's gonna get on my damn nerve. Anyway, Joshua, go directly to hell, because the way you how you acting towards Mimi, you have the audacity, the true audacity, to get mad, and you want to age shame this young boy whom you know nothing about, but you want to bring this raggedy bitch on the show, or however that went. You got this raggedy bitch on this show, and you just showing out for the 99 and the 2000. Josh, go play in some traffic, okay? It is 1:30 in the morning. I don't fucking feel like fucking cursing, okay? I don't. But I will say this. This is where the episode ended, okay? Don't piss me off. Tomorrow, y'all, catch me 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. I want to say 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. And 10:30, so that would be 8:30 Pacific Standard Time for Cheat Rehab with Mrs. Best and Watch Your Mouth Reviews. And I'm not sure if Alicia TV, aka Black Girls Then Podcast, okay, it's going to be on live, but we will be live in the morning. Okay, so y'all come check us out and whatnots, okay, because we're gonna be live, not at 5, but we're gonna be live, okay. So yeah, that is all I got. After y'all get this, you will see what is the other one, Heart and Hustle Houston, y'all. So yes, this is your girl Kiwan, reminding you to keep showing up, keep growing, stay true to yourself, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye.